Hey guys, welcome to freeballedanceclasses.com. We did a video recently about ideas for entering the stage with the sword, and of course we have to do another one about exiting or finishing your dancing while you're doing a sword dance. Again, here it will really depend a lot on how your song ends, like obviously every performance, right? So if your song kind of fades, okay, you could, the best way for me personally that I prefer when my song fades, I prefer, first of all, to go with songs that don't fade. That's just my preference, because I always think that a dramatic exit and a dramatic ending is always nice. But you can also make a fading ending really beautiful as well. And my favorite is always to exit the stage with it and then come back and bow. Okay? So, for example, you know, you would like shimmy out with the sword, or even without the sword, depending on what you're doing. And then the song will completely fade while you're in the backstage, and then you just come back again for a nice kick spin and then a bow to the audience. Because that is a memorable exit. You don't want that kind of exit where like you stop, you know, on stage about when the song starts to fade and you're like, I'm done. And it's like, okay, the music is still playing. You know, it just doesn't look good when you do that. So exiting the stage if the song is fading is a good idea. And with the sword, you can just simply keep the sword above your head and, you know, do like a nice little slide, shimmy with the sword facing the other side. Or you can keep it over your head. You can spin with it as you're leaving, okay, as you exit the stage. You could do like a camel with it and exit the stage, okay. You could just basically walk sometimes too. Like if the song is really, really slow, you can just grab your sword and just kind of start walking, but make it really sassy, sexy, and slow, and just kind of maybe glance at your audience before you completely exit the stage and come back again at the end of the song when it feels completed. So those are ideas. You can do all these different steps to exit with the sword, holding it just kind of like right here by your chest, or hold it over your head, okay? Or as I said, hold it to the side, or even balanced on your head. You can do the exact same thing. One of my favorite ways to finish a sword dance is actually spinning with the sword balanced on your head. And I showed you in a video before how to do that. So if you can keep it on your head and can spin with it, that's a nice way to exit, because you start to build momentum after a while with it as you spin, and you can just like continue the dramatic move on your way out as you spin on your way out of the stage, and then come back at the end with the sword lifted and then down for a nice bow when the song finishes. Okay? So those are ideas, a few steps. Now, if the song ends in a dramatic way, like bam, that's your last beat, you can create drama in any way you want, okay, with your sword. An easy way is obviously towards the end of your song, you want to kind of have the sword over balanced on your head, and then at the end of the song, you just kind of like frame it, and then that's your last beat, okay? That's the easiest way, okay? If you don't want to do anything dramatic or fall off, you know, the stage starts spinning around and then bam, pause, and you can't sometimes control that very well. So that's one way. Or you can actually kind of do the same thing, some slow movement, and then if the song is about to finish, you kind of do that little pause, and the stronger beat will be bam. You know, just lifting the sword off your head, that will mark the last strong beat. Okay, so that's another idea. You can do the same thing by lifting towards the end of the song, kind of lift, the music is still slow, and the last strong beat of the song, and you go bam. Okay, so basically just kind of bringing the sword out and then framing it and showing it off at the last strong beat is a really good idea. If you don't want to do that at all, as I said, just keep the sword over your head and frame the sword itself. You can also exit or finish by spinning towards the end. So like I showed you, balance the sword on your head, and then kind of start doing your fast spins, and then when the song is about to finish, or you've got that strong beat, you can bring your hands underneath right before that strong beat and pause and lift. Okay, it's a nice way to kind of get out of that fast spin, but make sure that you're not too dizzy to do that, because once you stop, you're going to start feeling like you're falling forward, and that's not a really good, memorable exit. Well, it will be memorable, but it's not pretty. So that's one way. Another way is you can ignore the sword itself. You know, don't necessarily have to highlight the sword as a way to finish the dance, but highlight something else. Do a strong beat, a strong move that looks kind of hard to do with the sword, but it's not all about the sword. An example would be maybe like a Lebanese drop. Okay, so like you're doing something already with your sword on your head, and you're going to leave it there, but then you're going to try to mark something else. So you're doing whatever you're doing, and bam, hold. That's your exit. So you're highlighting ending strong move with a strong beat is a kick, for example. Like I said, the Lebanese drop, you can do whatever you're doing, and then to the side of your audience, and bam. And that will be the finish of your dance. You're just doing that Lebanese drop down and hold your balance there. Now, if the song is like bam, bam, those are the two strong beats at the end of the song, then you could do a Lebanese drop and come back up. So something like da-da-dun, 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 bum, bum. And that will be the end of your dancing. So it doesn't have to be always about highlighting the sword, although that's not a bad idea, but it could be anything else that you like for an exit. Okay, so those are just some ideas. I'm sure you guys have plenty. I'm sure you can come up with your own. And if you guys have some other ones, make sure that you share them with us in the comments. It will be fun to see what you guys come up with. And if you have any questions, also comment on the video. If you are enjoying doing the sword dancing, make sure you like this video and give it a thumbs up. And I'll see you guys next time in another video on freeballedanceclasses.com to learn all the other moves that we did in the past about sword belly dancing. Make sure you check out the website and the other videos here on the YouTube channel if you're on the YouTube channel. See you next time. Lots of hugs and lots of shimmies to you. Bye.